Right now on Daybreak, the Sabres' next opponent will be decided tonight, who they could face and when round 2 begins in Buffalo. Plus, travel chaos after a major airline shuts down over the weekend, what it could mean for your next trip. And a thrilling finish at the Kentucky Derby, why this year's race was one for the history books.
Live from 2 on your side, this is Channel 2 News Daybreak.
And good morning. Welcome to your Sunday edition of Daybreak. We're going to begin Daybreak this morning with some breaking news out of Buffalo. We'll have more on that in a moment. But I'm Pete Gallivan in for Rob Hackford. He's off today. But this morning, we're working to learn more about a heavy police presence near the Twilight Grill on Howard near Thomas Street. A handful of police and EMS responded to the scene around 4 this morning. Our photographer on scene says that one person was loaded into an ambulance and taken away. We have reached out to Buffalo Police for more information, and we'll bring you updates as soon as we learn more. But this morning, Western New Yorkers are waking up to some chilly temperatures. Right now, many of us are under a freeze warning or a frost advisory because of the cold. Storm Team 2's Kevin O'Neill is in the Weather Center this morning. And Kev, I could swear it's May, right?
Yeah, I know. And yesterday I said it was a nice day for March, and today's going to be a nice day for April. Yesterday 40s, today 50s, and Monday we're into the 60s at least. But yes, the good news with the freeze warning and the frost advisory means, generally speaking, calm conditions and clear skies to start our day, but unseasonably cold temperatures. So at this point, this is something they issued yesterday to keep that vegetation, bring those hanging baskets in. So at this point, if you have a hanging basket outside, you might want to bring it into the garage or into the house for a couple hours or cover up any sensitive vegetation that you planned. And give yourself an extra minute to find the ice scraper and use it this morning. But mostly sunny morning, a little bit more clouds coming into the afternoon. You'll see some spot showers, mainly for areas north, especially by Lake Ontario shore today. But again, we'll be measuring any rain by the hundredths of an inch, 1 to 2 hundredths of an inch of rain today, and a majority of you do avoid showers. So mostly sunny and then partly sunny in the afternoon. Temperatures in the 50s and a tad breezy. Pete?
All right. Thank you very much, Kev. Well, all eyes are on Tampa tonight as the Tampa Bay Lightning and Montreal Canadiens go at it to see who the Sabres will be facing in their next Stanley Cup playoff series. The winner of that game will be coming to Buffalo later this week. Meanwhile,
when you get a taste of winning, you just get hungrier and hungrier, and this is another stepping stone, another great achievement. But there's still more ahead, and I think our MO has been all year just trying to stay even keel. I think obviously we're going to enjoy what we accomplished tonight, but there's still more to be done. And
meanwhile, we now know when the schedule for the next series is. Games 1 and 2 will both be played at KeyBank Center on Wednesday night at 7 and then Friday at 8. And while the Sabres are still riding high after Friday night's win, players say there's still a lot of work ahead. And we are expecting to hear again from the Sabres today as they will hit the ice this morning for morning skate. Meanwhile, if you're looking to go to round 2 games at home, tickets are pretty pricey. Yeah, the cheapest seats are just under $400 in the 300s right now. If you want to sit in the 100s, you'll be shelling out more than $800 to start. Tickets for Game 2 are even more expensive right now, with the cheapest seats about $500 a piece. Well, in other news, Buffalo City Hall now, where the Common Council and Riot Administration spent much of last week digging into the city's proposed $681 million budget. Several workshops were held to give lawmakers a chance to question spending, and some are now raising questions. Council members are pushing back on money out of certain departments and into the mayor's office and executive staff. Those departments would see a 23% increase under the new proposal, including positions like executive assistants and directors of special projects.
Why are we making us so top heavy as opposed to consolidating? The thing that, what we talk about, we heard it, it's about making government work better, being more efficient. And literally, you've increased his budget. Granted, you took them from other departments. You got rid of those positions, and you move them into the executive. These individuals are not revenue generating positions. This is literally operational, and I can't make sense of it.
And the council has to either pass Mayor Ryan's budget proposal or pass an amended budget no later than May 26th. Channel 2's Nate Benson will have much more reaction from council members coming up in the next half hour of Daybreak. Coming up next here, a major airline shuts down. What Spirit Airlines closure means for your summer travel plans. It is 6:40 now on Daybreak. Now to some concerning news for travelers. Spirit Airlines has shut down operations, marking the first major U.S. airline to close in more than 2 decades. Now the move signals a shakeup across the travel industry just weeks before the busy summer season. Jen Sullivan breaks down what this means for your next trip.
Spirit Airlines shutting down operations Saturday, leaving passengers stranded and scrambling to make alternative travel plans.
There's no flights. Spirit went out of business.
I went to the kiosk and I typed in my information and they're like, oh yeah, your flight has been canceled.
The announcement also leaves millions of people who have already booked future trips with Spirit wondering what's next.
They have a reserve fund. You will be refunded to your original form of payment if you bought directly from Spirit.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy also says a handful of other airlines, including United, JetBlue, Delta, and Southwest, are offering Spirit customers discounted rates for upcoming trips. You have to show your Spirit confirmation number and proof of payment. In a letter to employees, the long-struggling company singled out the massive run-up in fuel prices as a reason for ceasing operation. Shortages caused by the U.S. war with Iran have caused oil prices to skyrocket.
We're going to continue to look at pricing. We're going to continue to look at our energy supply, our jet fuel supply.
All of this happening weeks ahead of Memorial Day weekend, the traditional kickoff to the busy summer travel season. And it's not just skyrocketing airfare causing massive travel headaches. Gas prices have soared more than 48% since the war began just over 2 months ago. As of Saturday, the national average for a gallon of regular gas was $4.43, according to AAA.
We're left to pay for what's going on over there in Iran, and that's unfortunate.
Many experts say it could take weeks, even months, for gas prices to come back down whenever the war ends. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
All right, thank you, Jen. And the end of Spirit Airlines has also put about 17,000 workers out of a job, including 14,000 workers who work for Spirit and thousands of contractors. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll break down some of the potential impacts for Western New York travelers. It is 7:23 now, and for years there's been a debate over the future of the Buffalo Central Terminal, but this one dedicated volunteer, the mission never changed. He spent countless hours caring for this historic landmark, and now, after his unexpected passing, the terminal is honoring his legacy. Here's 2 on your side's Courtney Courtright.
For decades,
thousands of hours every Saturday here, rain or shine,
volunteers have always showed up to the Central Terminal.
That's part of the volunteer dedication. Cutting weeds, trimming trees, picking up after winter debris.
But among all of them,
Never met a more dedicated volunteer.
Was Tom Luby.
He came every Saturday to volunteer his time for the place that he loved.
And this place loved him.
Losing somebody like Tom was losing a member of our family.
Luby, a constant presence for 18 years, unexpectedly passed away in February.
Devastating. He was a really personable, cheerful, hardworking guy we could rely on to be here and work hard all the time.
His legacy lives on as volunteers continue the work he helped build.
Showing up here on a Saturday helps people like me and all our other volunteers move on from this tragic event of losing one of us to just remember that the project still has to go on.
Hoping to carry forward his vision for the Central Terminal's future.
And I know he would love, when his kids are older, to come down here and see this place, how he imagined it would turn out to be.
And that was Courtney Courtright reporting. It is 7:24 now, and making tools more accessible. That's the goal of a spring tool and bake sale going on in Buffalo. A Pay What You Can event was held this weekend at the Tool Library on Main Street. to help people pick up what they need without breaking the bank. It also supports the Tool Library's mission of raising money to maintain equipment, add new tools, and expand access to the community. Organizers say it is one of their biggest fundraisers of the year.
We really want to find them new homes, so if someone wants to pay $1 for a tool that they're going to find a new home for, we're all for it. And again, it's just that idea of circularity, keeping things in use and out of the landfill.
And more than 60 people came out to the event this year. And more than 2,000 people walked for a purpose over the weekend in Gettsville. The Summit Center's annual Autism Walk helps support more than 20 programs and services for more than 1,200 children and adults with autism and other developmental disabilities. The event has raised more than $265,000 so far, and organizers have a goal of $325,000 by June 1st. If you would like to donate, you can head to the Summit Center's website. This afternoon, we're looking ahead to a special event helping make reading possible for kids across Western New York. Channel 2 is once again a proud sponsor and partner with the Project Flight, Buffalo News, and the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library for the 30th annual Books for Kids Drive. You can donate new children's books throughout May, including May 10th through the 22nd at Wegmans locations and all month at local libraries. And we also want to invite you to join us May 15th at Wegmans on Sheridan Drive for our live book drive from 5:30 a.m. until noon. Volunteers and Two on Your Side will be there collecting donations for children across Western New York. You can find details about drop-off locations and options to make a cash donation on our website, WGRZ.com.